Good morning. Good morning, and I'd like to welcome you all to the 2012 Vice President's Outlook and Policy meeting here at The Ohio State University. My name is Matt Roberts, and I am an associate professor in the Department of Agricultural, Environmental Development, Economics, as well as Extension Program Leader and Grain Marketing State Specialist. I think I got my titles there, but I'm not certain, so I may come back later with another one. I'd like to thank you all for coming. I'd like to get this show on the road. Obviously, there's kind of been a lot that's gone on in agriculture over the last 12 months, so there are a few things we want to update. So we'll try and keep the time focused on the people who are here with the real content, and I'll try and keep the MC to a minimum. The first speaker I'd like to welcome this morning is Dr. Bruce McPheron. I know a number of you have already met Dr. McPheron. For those who've not, take that opportunity to go ahead and corner him. I know as the new dean in the college, he has few commitments on his time. He's always looking for more people to, to spend time with. I'm kidding. I know he's hit the ground running. It's been impressive to watch. So his formal titles are Vice President for Agricultural Administration and Dean of the College of Food, Agricultural, and Environmental Sciences at The Ohio State University. He began just last month, so I think he's still figuring things out. However, what I will say is when Dr. Mosier announced that he would be stepping down from his position, if you had told me that his successor would be somebody who once served as a county educator in the state of Ohio, I would have said you were delusional. What I can say as somebody with feet in extension, in research, in teaching, I was very excited to see Dr. McPheron, to see his CV. I'm not going to go through it. There's a lot here. It's very, very content-rich. Let me summarize. He's somebody who has done everything that we in the college feel is important. He's somebody who's been very active in the classroom and noted for being good in the classroom. He takes teaching seriously. He is a researcher. His research experience or expertise, the use of genetic tools to examine population structure and pest insects. Most notably, molecular diagnostic methods for source identification of Mediterranean fruit fly developed in his laboratory have been adopted by APHIS and several state and international agencies. He's taught a wide range of classes in entomology, the use of molecular genetic tools in biological research, and in biological research and international agriculture to undergraduate and graduate audiences. So he's firmly ensconced in research in the classroom, and he is still active in outreach, or has been active. And so personally, I think that's exciting. I think those are the things. That three-way commitment is really what makes our college different from so many others. And so with that, I'd like to welcome Dr. Bruce McPheron, both to the college and the university and this morning.
Well, gee whiz, of all the stuff you could have chosen to actually read off that stuff about the medfly and such, I don't know. Well, I am a bug guy. Let's get that out of the way right now. I've met, I think, about half of you in the room. As Matt said, I'm looking for things to fill out my calendar. It's pretty open right now, so, if you want to just kidding, folks. But I started as a bug guy because of 4-H in Ohio. Actually in Union County at the Marysville Fair, I discovered the wonderful world of insects, and that was at the age of 11, and I never looked back, and look what happened. You got to be careful when you make those early career choices. It is a homecoming for me to be back this past month. I've noted to colleagues here recently that I've discovered, maybe I should have realized this, but there's a substantial difference between knowing an organization for 24 years, my prior job at Penn State, and knowing an organization for 24 days, my opportunities here at The Ohio State University. But I do feel like I'm getting my feet on the ground. I did not come back to this job because it was a homecoming. That is, frankly, the icing on the cake. And a few of you have heard me speak in different events, and I hope I don't bore you with repetition, but I think this bears repeating. I came back because of the opportunity that is offered by Ohio, by The Ohio State University and by the College of Food, Agriculture, and Environmental Sciences. You're going to hear from folks today who are the meat of this college and university, talking to you with the best guidance from their crystal ball. You know, I happen to use a magic 8-ball because I like the fact that it has fewer choices of answers. But as all of you know, because you're in the business, there is a certain amount of prognostication that is required in order to keep on top of what we all do. But the fact is, the speakers today will have the opportunity to give you a glimpse into the data sets that they look at and how they analyze that information flow and try to set us all up in a way that we can have a common set of expectations for the year going forward. We are, in fact, the most important industry in the world. Let me say that again. We are the most important industry in the world because there is not a person in this world that does not wake up in the morning aspiring to shake our hand. In fact, they want to shake our hands 3 times a day if they can. You know, that's both a critical mission and a heady responsibility. And so what we're looking at today to try to get a handle on where this sector is going is a really critical thing, not just for each of us in our own endeavors, but for society at large. Let me say just a couple of words before we actually turn it over to people who know what they're talking about what I mean when I say Ohio and The Ohio State University are a wealth of opportunities. We're sitting in a magnificent new building. When I was a youngster living out first in the Jerome area and then up in Hardin County and coming down here to football games or basketball games, my guess is that my dad and I parked in this spot once or twice to actually walk over to the stadium. Can't remember for sure. This is all I've said over and over again. You know, I went to school here, I worked for this organization, and the only thing that's the same is the latitude and longitude. Everything else has changed. And this is one of them. But you think about this. You know, we didn't dream that we would have a facility like this. The university is poised to actually create a whole series of new facilities. And food, agriculture, and environmental sciences will be part of that process. As we think about the transformation of the campus over near the St. John Arena area, that's an opportunity for this college to become even more integrated into the central life of what this campus is all about. And then let me punctuate that with this observation. The university has engaged in an exercise that they call the discovery themes. And this was the hooker for me when Gordon Gee said to me, "Let me tell you what's going to drive this university for the next 10 years. And he proceeded to list food production and security, energy and the environment, health and wellness. I was in. I bought in at that moment. Because the university will be driven for the next decade by our priorities. Those discovery themes will represent an opportunity to increase our faculty expertise. And we will ensure by partnership across the university that we basically have the rest of Ohio State's faculty working for us, solving our problems through these discovery themes. This is truly an opportunity for us to expand the impact of what this college is about and to make sure that the university actually is a major player in the solution to some of society's most pressing global problems. I think we'll look back over our shoulders in a decade plus and say this was an incredible time. There is no other university in America doing this. There is no other university in America doing this. People are going to turn to The Ohio State University and say, before we figure out what we want to do, let's see what they're doing. This place is going to become the magnet for the best professors in the world. That will draw the best students in the world. That will mean you have the best potential employees in the world coming out of this college. So as you listen to people who really know their stuff over the rest of today, I trust that what you'll do is take with you our best guess as to what the coming year may hand to us, and that you take that back to your own sectors, whatever piece of the agricultural system you actually have responsibility for, and build on that. Stay in touch with our folks, because I'd like to think that what you get through these events is an iterative process, that in fact what we see is not a one and done, but we build on from year to year the knowledge base and the change in circumstances. And part of that is this college's incredible relationship with stakeholders like you. The fact that you're here this morning sharing with us what's likely to happen over the coming years is part of what makes us even better at making some of those prognostications. So with that, Matt, I'll hand it back to you for some actual subject matter. I've got to run off to duties as assigned. If I have a chance to stop back here today, I'll pop in and say hello. But again, I think most of you know where and how to find me. I've seen a number of you at a variety of events over the past several weeks, and expect to see most of you again and again as we develop a relationship that moves this college and the university forward. Thanks very much.
The next person I'd like to introduce, Dr. Tim Haab, is the chair of the Department of Agricultural, Environmental, and Development Economics. This is Tim's third year. Is that right? Yes. Third year. This is Tim's third year. I'm very excited to have Tim here. He has been instrumental in supporting this program and supporting the extension programs of the department, as well as in the integration of research and outreach. And so I've invited him. I'd like to share with you a bit.
Thanks, Matt. I'll be really quick because, as Bruce noted, there's people here that know a lot more than I do about what they're going to be talking about. So hopefully that'll I can be quick and not have to take up any more of your time. So I just want to thank a few people. These types of programs obviously aren't possible with a lot of support. Matt takes a lot of time to put this together as our Department Extension Program leader. And so, Matt, thank you for all your time dedicated to this. Matt couldn't have done this without the support of our dedicated staff. Janice DeCarolis spends a lot of time as our jack of all trades in the department. She handles all the logistics. She handles all of our travel. She handles the building maintenance. You name it, Janice does it. And so, Janice, thanks for all your help with this. For those of you who haven't met Nicole yet, Nicole is in the back. She's back there actually live tweeting right now. So we have a Twitter feed for the department, and if you haven't signed up for the Twitter feed yet, please do so, and that way Nicole will feel like she's talking to somebody back there. So Nicole is our new communications director. We're excited to have a communications director on board for the department. I think over the next year or so you're going to see some major changes in the way we communicate with different audiences, and it's going to be complementary to our research, teaching, and extension programs. And so, as Matt noted, we're a department that's dedicated to integrating teaching, research, and extension. We view everything we do as teaching. You'll see that we mentioned the word agriculture in the title of this talk, but we're a department that goes far beyond agriculture. The title of our department, Ag, Environmental, and Development Economics, starts to speak to all that we do. So what you're going to see today is sort of a sampling of what our faculty does. And what I'd like to note, when you think about the faculty that are up here giving presentations, our faculty have an amazing workload. They teach, they do research, they do extension. The way we set up appointments, we split them by budget line, but our faculty, they really integrate across all three lines. And you'll see a number of faculty up here today who don't have extension appointments, but they do research that matters. And I think that's what's really important to keep in mind when we're going through some of what we do today, is that when we do research, we're not just looking for professional publications. We're not just talking to other academics. We're talking to the public, and you're going to see faculty who really care about what they do and really care about what they're saying. So I'm excited about that. So just to give you a quick overview of the department, we recently had an external review of the department. The university mandates external reviews every so often, about every 7 to 10 years. We just had ours this past spring, and about a year ago, the National Research Council came out with rankings of graduate programs in agricultural and resource economics, and we were privileged enough to be ranked at the top of that ranking. And the external review that we held this past spring validated that. So we're excited that not only are we a department that's recognized in the college as one of the strongest departments, but at the university we're recognized as a strong department, and now worldwide we're recognized as one of the strong departments. So the people you're going to be seeing here are dedicated to what they do, they're good at what they do, and we're excited to have them. Just a couple of quick things about the teaching program. Our ag business program, our undergraduate program, is growing. It's not something we could have said probably 5 years ago, but for the last 3 years or so, we've seen significant growth in the program. So we're excited to see students coming back to ag business. We just recently started a new major joint with the School of Environment and Natural Resources. It's got an unwieldy title, Environment and Economy, Development and Sustainability. We call it the Sustainability major. We abbreviate it EADS. That major was just launched in September. We already have 42 majors in that major in 3 months. And the surprising thing about that is the major's not even on the books at the university. So we have 42 majors, and that makes it about the, well, we've already surpassed about 4 other majors in the college without even advertising the major yet. So we're excited about that. In the near future, you'll see a Master's of Applied Economics being put on the books. That'll be a joint program with the Department of Economics. That's a professional master's degree, a little bit different from our Master's of Science. We're going to keep our Master's of Science, which has a research requirement to it, but the Master's of Applied Economics is going to be a program for professionals that are looking to extend their knowledge of economics. And so we're excited about that. Hopefully you'll be seeing some new faculty into the department over the next couple of years. As Bruce mentioned, the discovery themes, we're really excited about those. If you match up the discovery themes to the title of our department, they match up almost perfectly. And we feel like we can be leaders at the university in the discovery themes, and hopefully faculty resources will follow. So welcome everyone. It's good to see everybody again. Good to meet the new people. And hopefully we'll have a chance to talk over lunch or some other time. So thank you.